What if we told you that the world as we know it might not exist in a few decades? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? Yet, it's a stark reality we face with climate change. This invisible enemy is a global threat, slowly altering our planet's systems and endangering life as we know it. The urgency to understand and combat this drastic change has never been more pressing. We must delve deeper into this issue and ask ourselves, so what's causing our world to heat up at such an alarming rate? Scene script. Climate change is no accident. It's a result of various human activities. Now, let's delve into the main causes of climate change. The first and most significant is the emission of greenhouse gases. You've probably heard of carbon dioxide, right? It's the most prevalent greenhouse gas, and it comes from burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. When we burn these fuels to power our cars, heat our homes, or run our factories, we release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This gas traps heat from the sun, leading to a rise in Earth's average temperature, a phenomenon we know as global warming. But carbon dioxide isn't the only culprit. Methane, a gas produced by livestock and other agricultural practices, as well as by the decay of organic waste in landfills, is another significant contributor. It's far less common than carbon dioxide, but is much more efficient at trapping heat in the atmosphere. Next up, we have deforestation. Forests are vital for life on Earth. They absorb carbon dioxide, helping to regulate the climate. However, when we cut down forests for agriculture, urban development or logging, we not only lose these crucial carbon sinks, but also release the carbon stored in the trees into the atmosphere, further accelerating global warming. Lastly, let's talk about industrial processes. Many industries release a variety of potent greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. For example, the production of cement releases carbon dioxide, while the manufacture of aluminum and semiconductors releases perfluorocarbons, incredibly potent and long-lived greenhouse gases. So, to sum up, the main causes of climate change are greenhouse gas emissions, deforestation, and industrial processes. Each of these factors contributes to the increasing global temperatures. They are intertwined with our daily lives, from the energy we use to the products we consume and the waste we produce. As we can see, our actions have a direct impact on the health of our planet. Scene script. Climate change isn't just about hotter summers. It's a domino effect that disrupts ecosystems and life as we know it. Let's start with the rising sea levels. As the Earth warms, polar ice caps and glaciers melt, causing the volume of seawater to increase. This rise in sea levels swallows coastal habitats and cities, displacing both human and animal populations. Some island nations are even at risk of disappearing completely. Then there's the loss of biodiversity. As temperatures rise, habitats change or disappear altogether. Some species are able to adapt, but others, especially those in specialized habitats, are less fortunate. From polar bears in the Arctic to coral reefs in the tropics, climate change is driving many species towards extinction. This loss of biodiversity disrupts ecosystems, affecting everything from food chains to disease control. Now let's talk about extreme weather events. Climate change is like a steroid for weather, making everything more intense. Heat waves become hotter, hurricanes become stronger, and droughts become more severe. These extreme weather events do more than just damage property. They can wipe out crops, cause water shortages, and lead to increased disease outbreaks. But it's not just wildlife that's affected. These changes have serious implications for us humans too. Rising sea levels and extreme weather events can destroy homes and infrastructure, leading to displacement and economic damage. Loss of biodiversity can affect our food supply, as many of the plants and animals we rely on for food are sensitive to climate change. And the increase in disease outbreaks? That can put additional strain on healthcare systems, especially in developing countries. And let's not forget about the social and psychological impacts. As people lose their homes or livelihoods due to climate change, they can experience stress, anxiety, and other mental health issues. Climate change can also exacerbate social inequalities, as those with fewer resources are often hit hardest. Clearly, the consequences of climate change are far-reaching and potentially devastating. It's not just about hotter summers, it's about the survival of our planet and everything that calls it home. So, we've explored the causes and effects of climate change, but what does it all mean? In simple terms, climate change is the long-term shift in global or regional climate patterns. It's primarily driven by human activities like burning fossil fuels and deforestation, which increase concentrations of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. These actions are causing the Earth's average temperature to rise, an occurrence often referred to as global warming. This warming effect has far-reaching consequences, from melting ice caps and rising sea levels to more frequent and extreme weather events like hurricanes and droughts. It's not just about hotter summers, but also harsher winters and unpredictable weather patterns that disrupt ecosystems and human societies alike. But climate change is more than just a science lesson. It's a real and urgent threat to our planet and all life forms it supports. The effects we're already seeing are just the beginning. If we continue on our current path, the future consequences could be dire. Yet, it's important to remember, this isn't an unsolvable problem. We have the knowledge and technology to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and slow the pace of global warming. But it requires immediate and significant action from all of us. We must rethink the way we live, the way we produce, and the way we consume. We need to move towards a more sustainable way of life, where we respect and protect the environment. Remember, our planet's future is in our hands. Climate change is not just a word in the news, it's a reality we all need to face. It's not a distant threat, but a present danger, casting a shadow on our everyday lives. We have the power to stand against this menace. It starts with us, with our choices, our actions. By reducing our carbon footprint, we can make a significant impact. This could be as simple as taking public transportation, recycling, or even switching to renewable energy sources. Supporting green initiatives is another critical step. By investing in renewable energy and sustainable practices, we're investing in our future. But we can't do this alone. We need to spread awareness, educate those around us about the reality of climate change. Ignorance is not bliss, it's a threat to our survival. Remember, every little step counts. Every action, no matter how small, can contribute to a larger change. Together, we can make a difference. For ourselves, for our future, and for our planet.